real slow. So put your watch in your pocket, there's no place you need to be. Sitting on an island watching the sunset down into the sea. That's why I'm living on Key West time. I've got a smile on my face that you can't erase, and I'm feeling fine. Every night's a Saturday night, every day's a perfect 10. When the sun goes down and the moon comes up, we get to do it all over again. Some people used to call me a city slicker. Now I'm referred to as that old guitar picker. And if you hang around here, you know it won't take very long before we drag out the old six string and start singing a song. That's 'cause I'm living on Key West time. I've got a smile on my face that you can't erase, and I'm feeling fine.
And now, coming to you live from the Chocolate Bar Studios, Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou.
Drums play with the steel guitar. I go to honky tonks and to tiki bars. I like girls in bikinis and wearing tight blue jeans. I like the fiddle played with marimba thrown in and a conga drum beat behind the mandolin. I was raised in the country but still love the sound of the sea. I wear a cowboy hat with my bathing suit. I'm just a country boy who likes to sit under a palm tree. I'm not all mixed up, I just like my music. Tropical country.
Oh, yeah, it's Wednesday night, and we are back. And, of course, you know, we have to tell you, it's Hump Day! God, my voice is gone.
You're still having issues.
I am still having issues. I tell you, I'm coming to the conclusion that it's the pollen.
It probably is.
It's not a cold. It's a pollen. I've been dosing allergy medicine left and right, and for some odd reason, my head's cleared up, but I got it in the throat. So,
yeah.
So I apologize for that weak-ass hump day. Of course, Laura Lou's in the house with me.
Hey, everybody.
And of course, and we have over here, we have a special guest over here in the red shirt. That would be Mr. J.D. Edge.
Hey, y'all.
How you doing?
I am doing fantastic, y'all.
We are so glad you're here with us. And who did you bring with you tonight?
Mr. Josh Brown.
Josh Brown. All right. I tell you, we are going to have a great time tonight. I heard these guys warming up, and you guys are in for a treat. So, but of course, we have business to take care of. You are listening to Tiki Man Radio, and this is Tropical Country. We are coming to you live from the Chocolate Bar Studios here in beautiful Harrison Bay, overlooking the majestic Chickamauga. Our show is brought to you by JBL Legends Travel. JBL Legends Travel. When you are planning your next getaway, you got to give JBL Legends Travel a call at 732-831-5200. And goaltending services. Whenever you go down to Key West, you want to make sure that you call the premier charter service in the Florida Keys. That would be goaltending services. Give them a call at 305-916-0990. Remnant Stew Podcast. Remnant Stew is your home for everything strange and bizarre, and they are available wherever you listen to podcast. And, of course, we are coming to you live right here on the Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, and the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, courtesy of MFG Records Tropical Live Cam. All right, we got the business taken care of.
That's right, for now.
For now. But, we can't kick everything off without saying, welcome to the show.
There's a party going on around town. It's one rowdy cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane. From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. It's a Houston tradition, 4-H, FFA, and Go Texan. And you can bet, son, it's gonna be around a long, long time. When these riders and ropers give it their best, we'll show them how loud the hometown crowd can get. 'Cause tonight, y'all, we all got a little bit of cowboy deep inside. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Where the Bayou City streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Cody Johnson. I love that song.
That always gets you all wound up.
Hey, there's a reason why that is my ringtone on my phone now.
I know, right?
It gets me going. What can I say? Do we have, before we get the show rolling, we have any shout-outs that we need to acknowledge real quick?
We do.
All right.
Patty with an I is out there tonight.
Hello to Patty with an I. We know we got to say her name not once, not twice, but 4 or 5 times.
Right. Eric is out there. Rick the Stick.
Rick the Stick. And, of course, that is Rick the Stick with Rick the Stick's Hometown Licks right here on Tiki Man Radio every Sunday night from 6 to 8.
And the ambassador, Miss Michelle. She is out there. She's coming into town pretty soon.
The ambassador of all great things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see her.
Thanks to her, we got a new computer. I'll just leave it at that.
Aw, poor Michelle.
We love you.
She might pay you back for that at some point.
Please.
And that's all I've got for right now. I need to refresh my phone, so.
All right, and we got over there on the other video. I do know that we got one shout out from Mr. Joe Leo of JBL Legends Travel.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, the original, the OG sponsor who threw his hat in the ring for us to come on the air to begin with. So
I know, we love Joe.
We do love Joe, and of course, Joe is a rock star himself.
Right?
So, of course.
Did you see the New Jersey boys can sing country?
Yes, I saw him pull off the country quite well. So
yeah.
he can sing anything from
he really can.
Frank Sinatra to Bruno Mars. So, and we have the recording to prove that.
That's right. Well, Glenn Atwell Jr. is out there, so hello to
Glenn.
you. Miss Debbie Boyd.
Hey, Debbie. We met Debbie at the Songwriters Festival.
Yes.
She is a local songwriter. I believe she is from Dunlap. Is that correct?
I believe so,
We
yeah.
met so many people. I try to keep those in my straight in my head.
Yeah, she's going to email us some songs to take a listen to, and hopefully
nice.
we can get them on the air for her.
Very nice.
And Dennis Brown is out there. So
Hey,
hello
Dennis.
to you. He's actually from California.
Wow, over on the West Coast.
Yeah, he's another West Coaster.
Nice.
Him and Callie McCool.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got. Sorry, you know how I get sidetracked reading messages.
Yeah, she'll start reading a message and then squirrel.
Yeah, I'm really bad at that.
Of course, as we said, the star of the show tonight is Mr. JD Edge. How are you
Yes.
doing, buddy?
I am doing fantastic.
We appreciate you coming in and spending a little time with us and letting us and our listeners get to know you a little more about, where you come from, what makes you tick, and hopefully hear a bunch of great music tonight.
Absolutely. Heck yeah. Play some music.
We had a lot of people super excited that you were going to be here tonight. So that was cool.
I enjoy the feedback. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. You normally don't, sometimes on the radio, you don't ever get feedback.
Immediate feedback.
Yeah, right now you get the immediate feedback. So why don't you just start out? We'll start right from the beginning. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and tell us a little bit about how you got started in music.
Well, I'm JD Edge. I came from South Carolina originally, a little town called Clinton, South Carolina.
If I can get you to pull the mic, there you go.
Yeah. So I'm from a little town called Clinton, South Carolina. And actually, my grandmother got me started in music. She always loved the fiddle. She had several people in her family that played. And so she got me started on fiddle or violin when I was 3. And then when I was 4, I saw Charlie Daniels for the first time. And I was like,
wow.
I want to do that. I don't want to play his violin stuff. I want to do what he's doing. And it's been my dream ever since. And that's the whole reason I moved to Nashville after I graduated high school. And I'm living in Dixon, Tennessee right now, a little west of
wow.
Nashville. But
So did I see that I was actually, 3 years old when you got started?
I was 3 when I started, yeah.
Wow.
Goodness.
Got me started at 3, so.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So your grandma got you into playing the violin. Charlie Daniels got you into playing the fiddle.
Yeah.
And then, what got you just from there? Just took off, or?
Well, yeah, that's kind of been my whole passion in life is playing music, and ever since then, and that's what I've always said that I was going to do, and that's I've been trying to be a better songwriter and be a better musician, and then I met these guys, Josh Brown and Paul Ray and Larry Dunsmore, who make up Rebel Railroad, and it's been awesome to make music with these guys.
Awesome, and like I said, a lot of people know you through the trop rock world. How the heck did you get, being a country music guy, get caught up in the trop rock world?
Man, I'm still amazed that the trop rock world accepts us because we don't really play a whole lot of beat songs. There might be 1 or 2 in a set that we do, but I got into that through the Southern Drawl Band. Mike Nash and the Southern Drawl.
yeah.
I played with them for years, and so did Paul and Josh and Larry. We all played in the same band together, so that's kind of how I was introduced in
Gotcha.
the trop rock world.
Awesome, and I tell you what, they are a loyal bunch. Yeah. And there's, like you said, as far as accepting you, the one thing that we found out is great music. You can't put a label on great music, and if it's pleasing to the ear, they're going to listen to it and have a great time.
And that's awesome, man, because, being in Nashville for a long time, it's hard to get venues that want to support original music.
Right.
Yes.
Because they just want the covers, and they're about making money and stuff. So it's been a blessing to be in the trop rock world where you do appreciate original music. So.
The trop rock world, Coastal Americana, they really love songwriters and folks to tell their story, no matter who it's written by. I've heard some amazing songs that describe my life perfectly. You would swear I wrote them. Not a chance in hell. But that I've noticed a lot of the Coastal Americana, the trop rock world, they love songwriters that tell their stories. I think I wonder if that's why there's such a difference in, they like the original music that they can that they can enjoy.
Which of course, Tiki Man Radio in itself, very thankful for the independent singer-songwriters because, Danny built this station based upon, the independent guys. On this station, you'll hear some of the more mainstream guys that you know of, but the bulk of it is going to be the independent singer-songwriter. And, everything on this station, you'll hear everything from blues to classic rock. Yeah, so
good music is good music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you're going to play some music for us tonight, right?
Absolutely.
All right. You want to play one now? All right.
What do you want to start with?
Let's do I can figure out this thing here.
Let me shut the door to the bar. They get a little rowdy out there.
Let's do Whiskey Bay. You want to do Whiskey Bay?
Yeah.
So this song here we recorded. We have one album out so far. It's a self-titled album, Rebel Railroad. And I think it's the second song on the album. It's called Whiskey Bay. I was driving to Texas to do a solo performance several years ago. And I was on I-10 headed west. And there's a bridge between Lafayette and Baton Rouge. And there's nothing on the bridge at all. It's a long bridge, and I was stuck in traffic. It wasn't moving anywhere. And then all of a sudden, I creep up on this exit that says Whiskey Bay, and it seems like it goes to nowhere. So I was like, that'd be a great name, great idea for a song. So I got with my buddy Mike Cole, and we made up this place. It's not a made-up place, but we created a party there.
Inspiration comes from many places.
Right.
All right. Well,
it's a moonlit night down near the bayou, and there ain't no reason why you shouldn't be here, raising your cup and dancing to the break of dawn. Well, it's a wildfire down near the water, and my girl sure caught her share of fish down in the river where we get our rowdy on. Come on down to Louisiana and watch this fiddler play. Make it sound like a blues piano sawing these strings all day. Bring your woman and your spirit and we'll do it the Cajun way. 'Cause right now it sure appears it's a party down on Whiskey Bay. We'll put a little spice on a jambalaya, and there ain't no reason why you don't want to sing with a Washport band and have a little barefoot wine. Come on down to Louisiana and watch this fiddler play. Make it sound like a blues piano sawing these strings all day. And your woman and your spirit and we'll do it the Cajun way. 'Cause right now it sure appears it's a party down on Whiskey Bay. Sawing these strings all day. Bring your woman and your spirit and we'll do it the Cajun way. 'Cause right now it sure appears it's a party down on Whiskey Bay. It's a party down on Whiskey Bay.
Nice.
I got the audience applause and everything.
That's right. And everybody is
I tell
loving
you what,
it.
yes, yes.
The ambassador is saying, I am hooked already. He is amazing. Going to post about him for sure. That's why we call her the ambassador. If you get the ambassador hooked, everybody will know who you are.
All right.
Rick the Stick says he loves the fiddle. And Patty and Tim Campbell are out there. They said it sounds amazing.
Hey, Patty and Tim.
And our sponsor Joe from Legends Travel says
JBL
hello.
Legends Travel.
It
Get
sounds
it right.
great. JBL Legends Travel. Sorry.
I just got to pick on you.
I know. Yeah, everybody's loving it. Loving it.
So you found the inspiration on just a road sign. So you find that frequently, just how your inspirations do just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, sometimes it just comes from a road sign. Sometimes it's something you hear somebody talking about in a bar or something, or a restaurant, or just a buddy just talking about his troubles and stuff. So
well,
it comes from life. We like writing songs about real life and real situations.
Well, I heard you commenting how much you liked Where the Boots Meet the Beach, so feel free to use that for us.
We came up with that.
We might need a new theme song.
Well, we can work with that for sure. I love that saying.
You say you don't have many beach songs. There you go.
That's
right. We'd appreciate just a little bit of a snippet down there.
Oh yeah, I'll be on the right.
Just a little bit of credit. Yeah, we say that, and probably somebody's out there going, "No, I said that like 30 years ago."
Probably, yeah.
So we found that out originally. We came up with the name Tropical Country was like a second thought. We originally was going to say coastal country because it was coastal Americana, coastal country. Then we found out that we found like 6 different radio stations, radio shows called Coastal Country, and then we didn't know really where it came from. So, and then we went to a songwriter festival, and then that's when we ran in and met Sean McCarthy, who says, "Yeah, I coined the phrase coastal country several years ago because somebody asked me in a radio interview how I would describe my music, and he says I just told him coastal country." So then we're like, phrase. "Oh no, my God, what are we going to name the show now?" And then of course we heard Gene's song, was like that exactly describes kind of what we was going for at the time, so we just rolled with it. But typically when you get into the songwriting, do you find it takes you a while to develop a song, or does it just depend upon the day?
Well, yeah, it depends on the day and the song. It also depends if I'm writing it by myself or if I'm co-writing with somebody. I got a buddy that I met in college named Mike Cool, who I do a majority of my co-writing with. We've been writing together for 20 years now, and we've clicked like since the very first song. He's very good on the lyrical side of things, so I can just bring him like a hook or something or an idea, and he's good with like mapping everything out. And I may tweak some stuff here and there, but I'm more of the like melody guy. But if I'm writing a song by myself and I don't want to have anybody else involved, sometimes it comes quick, and sometimes it'll take me a year or two. We have a song on the Rebel Railroad album that me and Josh and Larry and Paul started for like a year and a half. We've been working on this song. It's called Among the Willows, and we had a verse and a chorus, and we could never figure out the second verse or the bridge.
We couldn't find a bridge for it for like a couple years.
Yeah, and then I called Mike Cool up, and I was like, "Hey man, we've been working on this song for like 2 years now. We can't figure it out." And like 10 minutes later, he had me the lyrics, and he's insanely fast.
Doesn't that just piss you off?
Right off.
2 years of struggle, in 10 minutes, somebody fixed your problem.
Well, Michelle Myers would like to know if y'all ever come to Memphis.
Memphis. We don't have any shows on the books right now for Memphis, but we would come to Memphis, absolutely.
All right. There you go. There's your assignment, Ambassador. Find them somewhere in Memphis.
Now, I'll ask you this question now, but and again, I'm going to ask you at the end too. But where do people find out where your music and where your gigs are, where you're touring and things like that? Do you have websites? Or?
We do have a website. It's not currently up to date as of right now. We do have Instagram and Facebook. And Facebook, I guess, would probably be the best way to know where our shows are going to be. But we also have music on Spotify and iTunes and all the streaming platforms for our album that we made. So.
Now, are people able to buy a hard copy? Or
yes, we do have hard copies, and you can just message me on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, and I can get it. Or you can go through the website as well. I mean, we do have a store at the website, but we definitely need to update all that end of it.
Because that's definitely one of the things that here at Tiki Man Radio we really encourage, because it's no secret artists and writers don't make squat on streaming services.
Right.
So we always encourage everybody out there, if you like your music and if you have the hard copies available, go to your website or go to wherever and purchase that hard copy so that, number one, you're benefiting from the labor of your, that you've put out there with your music. And we tell them, you never know, you may get a nice little surprise because it may come to you autographed or something. So you just never know. So we definitely want to try to promote so that you guys get the most out of your labor.
Yeah, we appreciate that as artists. We also got some koozies that we just got, and we got some shirts going to be coming out soon.
Did you bring any merch with you tonight?
I did not bring any.
I forgot to ask. Yeah.
Right now. So.
Okay.
There you go. You dropped the ball again.
I did. I failed. I'm sorry.
All right. Hey, you guys want to play another one?
Yes.
All right.
Hey, before you start playing, the ambassador wants if you'd be willing to do a house concert.
Absolutely.
There you go. And Callie McCool says hello from hot and sunny California.
All right. See, what song you want to play now? Let's do
You want to do a new one or?
Yeah.
You got some new music coming out?
Yeah, we do have some new music. We've got several songs in the works right now, and we're wanting to get back in the studio here soon. Within the next year, we want to get in the studio. So
fabulous.
This one here is called "Left Out in the Rain." Clouds keep hanging around. I wish the sun would come out. There ain't a shadow of a doubt. She left me with the blues. She had more bite than bark, and after breaking my heart, she left me in the front yard with the daily news. And I wish I was in a doghouse. That would be a whole lot better. I wish I was in a doghouse, because this damn weather is making me feel even more low down, howling about the pain. Kinda like a blue tick hound that's been left out in the rain. Came home late last night, which led to one last fight. And I don't know who was right, but I guess she's keeping the house. It's too much time getting stoned. Now I'm out here all alone, just a dog without a bone. Ever since she threw me out, and I wish I was in a doghouse. That would be a whole lot better. I wish I was in a doghouse, because this damn weather is making me feel even more low down, howling about the pain. Kinda like a blue tick hound that's been left out in the rain. I feel like a blue tick hound, I've been left out in the rain. Thank you very much.
I love it.
I do too. Doesn't get more country than that.
Hopefully it's not an insult to you, but when you sing, I detect a little bit of like Clay Walker in your voice. I every once in a while I catch that tune that it just kind of sounds reminiscent of that to me.
Clay Walker did mighty well for himself.
He did. He did.
I take that as a compliment.
So you got any more comments over there, Lou, or questions anybody else has?
They're just loving it. Everybody's commenting how much they're enjoying this.
See, in a lot of ways, they get a house concert when we do this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think you may have a date for a house concert, or at least an offer for a house concert in Memphis area coming up soon.
Well, that sounds good.
I'll take it.
Yeah, because that's the one thing about, like I said, with Tiki Man Radio listeners, they are loyal. If they like you, they latch on to you.
And they tell everybody.
And they will tell everybody. And I tell you what, Michelle Myers is the queen of social media.
Yeah.
And word of mouth, and she will get the word out there about you, and your phone's going to start ringing.
That's right. Hey, Rachel.
You may have to get to the point of going, stop calling me.
Giraffe is out there. She says,
Hey,
hey to
Giraffe.
everybody. That is
Hello.
my oldest daughter. She just, little Grayson is about 4 months old now. So they're tuning in tonight.
Nice. Hello, JT. We can't forget about JT.
Oh, yeah. Hello, JT. I'm sorry. I love you. My son-in-law. Poor guy. He has to listen to Rachel and I all the time on the phone.
No respect.
I know. He never does get any.
So, what have you guys been up to lately? Are you just still you're currently writing, obviously? So you got some new music.
Yeah, we got new
And
music here.
You're gonna be writing with some pretty big names coming up, aren't you?
Riding with big name. Oh, are you talking about?
Yeah, we were talking outside.
yeah.
Are you allowed to talk about that yet?
Yeah, I can talk about it. Me and my buddy Mike Cool have been writing with this guy named John McElroy in Nashville, and we've got actually one of the songs that we were thinking about putting on a new album. It was a co-write between me and John and Mike, and yeah, so we've been writing with him. He's had some success as a songwriter in Nashville. He wrote The Shake.
Yeah.
By Neil McCoy.
You know, she was.
That makes me happy.
We talked about how big of a fan of Neil McCoy, so you knew that was going to come
there
into
is
the
love,
conversation as soon as she heard that.
Well, have I mentioned I get to go see him on Sunday? I'm just saying.
That's awesome.
You may have said that once or twice or 4 or 5 times, like Patty with an eye.
Well, you know.
I'm a little jealous. I was always a big fan of Neil McCoy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He is the one man she would definitely leave me for in a heartbeat.
Well, you know.
And then you wonder why, you know, when you try to reach out to the guy to try to book him, to bring him on the show to do an interview, and his wife does his booking, why his wife won't respond to your
Yeah,
emails.
that's probably true. I never thought about that.
You wonder why.
She is the one that I have to email, and she's probably like, that's that stalker girl. We're not having her.
I remember her. Les put the word out on you.
He probably did. Yeah, I emailed Les too, but he's hated me for years. So.
See, she refers to, how should I say it? She refers to stalking as networking.
Oh. Yes. I used to call it. Yeah, I like
networking.
I like to network. Rachel just said, wait, I missed it. What about Neil? So, Rachel, JD is going to be writing with the guy who wrote The Shake for Neil. So
very cool.
Yeah, that is
very cool.
that, and he's written a lot of
He's written a lot of
hit songs. Yeah,
hit songs. He's an amazing human and an awesome writer. He's like Mike as far as like throwing out stuff real quick.
Yeah.
Now, he's an older gentleman. I learn something every time we go there, so it's awesome.
So this isn't the first time you've written with him?
No, we've written several times.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. So whenever you are writing, like you said, you bounce between yourself and being a collaborative. Do you have a preference of being a collab versus yourself? Do you find it less frustrating when you work with other people because you have some more ideas coming
there's
in?
more ideas and more feedback on what's going on. So it usually makes the process a lot quicker. And what I found is usually a better product.
Yeah.
You get a better song out of it because you got more ideas.
Right.
Which I imagine you're probably not like me, because I couldn't get my thoughts organized to even write a song. So I would have to do it with somebody to try to help keep me straight. Because if not, it would be one of those things. Start singing about the love of my life and then squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah, he does that a lot. It's okay.
If you don't notice.
Yeah. So how long you said you guys have been performing together for a long time?
A little while now.
Let's see. I started when we were in Southern Draw Band. I think I started 2017. Is that when I think
that's
probably
right.
Probably about the time I started playing with you guys. I think that was
about 6 years now.
About 6 years. Yeah.
So JD has done a little bit of solo stuff. Do you also, Josh? Do you do your own solo projects as well?
Here and there.
Yeah.
I don't have anything released, but I have been working on some stuff too.
Okay.
And us writing and back and forth and
right.
But like as far as my material, not as much, but my goal is to.
Okay.
You play shows with Carly sometime in Indiana,
Yeah,
don't you?
and we need we've written a couple together, and a few of them actually, and hopefully we're gonna release like an EP type, or
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
5 or 6 songs, and then
Well, be sure to send it to us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
His wife Carly has an amazing
Great,
voice.
great song.
Oh,
great
she's
voice, yeah.
she's sitting out there. She's hiding.
Yeah, she does that.
So she was holding out. She didn't tell us that when
Yeah.
she got here. So she was holding out on it.
She won't tell us, will she?
Probably not.
You're going to be in trouble when you walk out there because she's listening in.
Yeah, probably.
So I suppose we wouldn't want to put her on the spot and make her come in and sing backup, would we?
Well, maybe while they're playing more music, I can sneak in or sneak out there and chat.
All right.
We'll sneak our way through.
Yeah.
Well, of course, everybody's enjoying the music, so you want to keep it rolling?
Yeah, let's do another song.
Yeah. How many do you want to do tonight? We'll just give everybody a concert.
It don't matter to me. We love playing music. So. Y'all gonna have to cut us off, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Let's do. I was talking about how Charlie Daniels was a big influence on me, right? You want to do a Charlie Daniels song?
Yeah, I don't think we ever done this.
Acoustic. You want to do South or Texas? South would probably be easier to do acoustically.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, here we go. All right.
So,
That train, the ground switch, running right on time, and the Tucker boys cooking down Carolina. People down in Florida can't be still, and on Leonard Skidder's picking down in Jacksonville. People down in Georgia come from near and far to hear Diggy Bass picking on reggaetons. Gather round to get down. Well, you can get down, chill and get loud. You can be loud, him be proud. Well, you can be proud, he'll be proud. You can rip, cause Sal's gonna do it again and again. Sitting on a bale of hay. Well, he ain't good looking, but he sure can play. And the ZZ Top, and you can't forget. Oh, Brother Willis gets soaking wet. All the good people down in Tennessee, Digger Barefoot, Jerry, and DDD. So gather around, chill and get down. Well, you can get down, chill and get loud. You can be loud, him be proud. Well, you can be proud, he be proud. You rip, cause Sal's gonna do it again. Here it is.
Oh, love it.
Thank you.
whenever they do this, I kind of try to put myself back in the mind of, back in the day when, the old recording studios, when they got the band around the microphone and they just just go for it. I kind of get that feel, that old school feel. I love it.
That's awesome.
So, hey, let me kick the camera over there. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
And I'm going to let her have my seat so y'all can have a good time for a minute, okay?
They were telling us how much of an amazing voice you had. I'm like, well, we just can't keep talent out there out there on the patio. We got to have the talent in the studio. Hold on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's awesome.
Helps when I hit the right buttons.
Oh, well. No, we were just talking about, I feel like, because I don't get to see you guys all that often. It's like every time I see you, I feel like I'm seeing you for the first time again. And I forget how good you guys are. So just imagine what it's like with the full band, guys. It's so good.
I'm sitting here going, now where are you playing at next with the full band? Because they got to get the full experience.
Yeah. It's so different, and the way that all four of the guys vibe off of each other is like, it's rare to see that. It's just, they just flow so well. They're like one soul in one band. It's great.
Well, the one thing I love, because, my favorite thing, Danny will tell you he loves music with horns. For me, a fiddle and a steel guitar, and you can't go wrong, And that's country music.
You don't hear that a lot in today's country
You
music.
don't.
So.
You get one or the other. Very rarely do you ever get both.
Right.
But I've seen some of the newer guys maybe starting to kind of go back that way because, it seems like traditional country is kind of coming back around.
I'm sure it'll come back around. It always does. Cyclical.
Yeah.
Thank God, bro country is starting to fade out.
That's terrible.
That was the time period I think we should all forget about.
There's a time for it. Like I said,
disco.
Yeah.
Of course, like I said, we play a lot of music, about being at the lake on the, the beach and things like that because, country people like to go out to the beach and the lake and drink beer and go boating and, that's country.
Right.
So, but, there's some times when, you got to put on the boots and hit the barn floor.
Yeah.
So you're the singer too. Do you guys perform together as well?
Yeah, we do. We don't get out quite as often as we'd like to, but we do. We like to write together and
and
just
hopefully
kind of do whatever.
Yeah, hopefully get this EP going and then do a tour of our own and see what that
Kind of the next step goals.
So do you ever get a chance to sing with the boys?
It's been a minute, but maybe one day again.
You probably jumped up and did, when we were jamming or something. On stage, you probably came up and sang a couple.
Yeah, I feel like we did maybe in Maine when we were at Fry Island, but that was like.
Well, that
3 years ago?
Yeah, that's wild.
4 years ago, something like that.
We've done a lot of stuff since then, too.
Yeah. It's fun, though.
Well, and we told them whenever you get that project out, get it to us, and then we'll get some airplay on it.
Awesome.
So how about that?
Yeah, that would be great.
So we love to debut music here.
Very cool.
So especially good country music.
So what do you want to do? We could take it a little bit away from country and do Hard Day's Night.
Like to cover? Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can put it on 2. Or 3.
Get it right, Josh.
Yeah, get it right. This is riding on him. So I grew up with the Beatles. My dad's a musician. He's a drummer, and for the first 10, 11 years of my life, he was in a tribute band to the Beatles, so I knew him as Dad and also Ringo. And he wore the wig, did the whole thing. But I was always surrounded by really great music. I love 60s and 70s. And so Josh we like to put a little spin on it sometimes and do our thing. And I think that's what we're going to try for you guys tonight.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah? All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a sleeping like a log, but when I get onto you, I find the things that you do make me feel alright. You know I work all day to get you money, to buy you things, and it's worth it just to hear you say you're gonna give me anything. So why on earth should I moan? 'Cause when I get you alone, you know I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log, but when I get home to you, I find the things that you do make me feel alright. You know I feel alright. You know I feel alright. Something like that.
That's awesome. Then thank you very much for treating us. I apologize for putting you on the spot, but they opened the door when they said you had a great voice. I'm like, oh really? So
I really appreciate it.
So of
Thanks
course, we had to give you the opportunity to.
Thanks.
We had to give you the opportunity to get in here, sing a little song, and of course, I had to give JD a break to go get a beer.
Right, absolutely. Beer break.
He's got to wet the whistle if he's going to sing, right?
Right.
That was perfect timing. So
Awesome.
So thank you so much for treating us to that.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
And I look forward to the project that you guys are working on. And like I said, you get it to us, and we'll give it a spin for you.
Awesome. That sounds great. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. So I figured you'd use a break here for just a second, Let me get it over there.
Oh, dry over here.
I know how it goes, I grab a beer to wet my whistle, and next thing you know, that beer's like 4 or 5. So I got to keep my whistle wet a lot. Yeah, and of course, Lou's back in the house. Hey, hold on. There you go.
I did not mind giving up my seat for that. She has a beautiful
very
voice.
Good.
Our listeners out there, Rick the Stick, says he loves her voice. Yeah, everybody, Callie, everybody's loving it.
All right. So
Wait
we just gave everybody a little bit of a sneak peek what they got coming from you.
Rick the Stick says he's related to Ringo for real.
For reals?
For real? How are you related,
What?
Rick? I know. How cool is that?
The things we learn about people on this show.
I know. It's so cool. And we were just out there talking, JD and I were out there talking with Danny. He's going to come in a little while towards the end of the show and chit-chat with us a little bit, too.
It's been a while since the Tiki Man's jumped into the studio.
Yeah.
Been a minute.
It has. And Tiki Man also wanted me to make sure that y'all know you're invited to the summer party. Awesome. So feel free.
I believe that is July 11th.
Yes.
Several artists are going to be here. The Shanty Hounds are going to be here, and of course the headliner is Mr. Bob Shealy.
The Trop Rock Elvis.
Trop Rock Elvis. So that'll be a good time for sure. And
there's always a jam session that breaks out.
Musicians show up, and of course, a musician, you don't travel without your instrument, do you?
No.
So it always ends up in a big old jam session, and the jam session usually is better than the planned show as well, because it becomes one big collaboration of different artists. So. What?
The ambassador is correcting you. It is July 9th.
Well, there I go.
I know. The ambassador's on it.
Leave it up to her to correct me.
It is July 9th. You're right.
The story of my life, a woman correcting me. The story of my life.
Well, but it is that Saturday.
Yeah.
That Saturday starts.
That's Saturday.
Usually around 2, right?
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
2 o'clock.
Around 2 o'clock. So
yeah.
Bring your trunks and jump in the pool, play some music, listen to some good music, have plenty of drinks.
Mm-hmm.
We have a great time. There's usually close to 100 people in and out of here throughout the day, so sometimes more.
Yeah, because as Danny says, he does not have a birthday party. He has a tiki bar party. So it's just an open invitation, and, you know, which is dangerous when you have a radio station broadcasting across 29 countries, that when you have an open invitation to come to your party, you just never know who's going to show up.
And, you know, last year he got us all because we did not realize he broadcasted live on YouTube. The whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness I was covered, because, good Lord, my body on a whole TV screen is bad.
That was a pretty mean trick of him.
We'll be ready this year.
He has definitely built a good place to throw a big party, though.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah, this place is amazing.
Well, and he informed us Sunday he's adding on.
Oh, yeah, he is.
The overlook deck up there, he is actually putting in because whenever you come for an extended time, you know, for artists, he actually has an artist room upstairs. And he's putting in sliding doors and building onto that deck so they can come out of the room straight onto the deck overlooking the pool. And, you know.
He's constantly... And it's one of those things where Tiki Man will say something, he's going to do something, or he'll just kind of mention it, that he's mulling it around, and then the next time you show up, it's done. Right. That's just, and he never asks for help or anything. I don't know what he does. Oh, Callie, you do need to fly up for the party then. Callie said he gets back to port on July 7th, so he could just fly up here on his way home to Callie. So
see, there's no reason why you can't be here. Of course,
that's right.
That is Callie McCool, which is Mr. McCool, and the student crew with Surfs Up every Tuesday night here on Tiki Man Radio, which, of course, you know, that's been the internship with the students out there at the high school. And, of course, they're getting out, so we're going to be taking a break from that.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll be back next school year with a whole new season of Surfs Up. So,
and I want to give a shout out to Dory, listening up there on the mountain, in the neighborhood of the treehouse somewhere up there. So say hello to you. And then also... The ambassador said she's bringing the vodka to the summer party.
Oh, no.
I heard today they're going to be making some Bob Marley's. They all went for the Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise. A bunch of them went over to Jamaica. And they all fell in love with these Bob Marley drinks. They're frozen drinks, 3 colors. And
so what's in a Bob Marley, do you know?
I have no idea. Vodka, apparently.
Michelle's going to have to let us know what's in a Bob Marley.
But they're going to try to make some while they're here, I guess, for the summer party.
Like they lit it on fire and just like
had
different colors.
Something had different colors. Had like the colors of the fire.
I do remember them saying that it was on fire.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we might have tried it. I think I remember trying. I don't know if
I don't know if they had
Bob Marley.
vodka in it or what.
I can't remember, but yeah.
Oh, you may have then.
I don't know. They just sound dangerous, but delicious.
I remember a friend of mine back in the day. They had Flamin' Dr. Peppers. Do y'all know those?
I've never had one, but I've heard of them. I've heard of them.
Okay, so my friend Brandy, that was her drink for a while, and we were in our early 20s, and she used to drink a lot of them. And so one night she was at the bar, she ordered a Flamin' Dr. Pepper. They set the shot. I still don't know what's in them, but I know there was a shot glass and a mug of beer involved, and they lit the shot glass on fire, and you're supposed to drop the shot glass into the beer and then drink it. And she had a couple, and she went to drop the shot glass in the beer and hit the edge of the beer mug, so the shot glass spilled onto the bar and flames just shot down through the whole bar. It scared the crap out of me. So that's what I think of every time I hear him talking about these Bob Marleys now that you light on fire.
I've only ever had one flaming drink. It was when I was in the military. I was in the Marine Corps, and we had a port of call in Malaga, Spain. And, you know, when you're in Spain, last thing you expect you'd find is a British pub. But we found a British pub, and a guy told me, he says, you got to try one of these drinks. This is what he goes, it's called a B-52. And it's like
yeah.
a B-52. I was like, why is it called a B-52? Because you drink one, you'll be bombed. And they lit that bad boy on fire, and then you had to suck it through a straw. And after about my third one, because I'm like, these taste great, and they're like, whoa, you need to slow down.
Pace yourself.
And I'm like, why? Because I'd never drink mixed drinks up to that point, just beer. And of course, we had been out to sea for a long time, so there's no alcohol out there at sea. So there is no tolerance whatsoever. And then that's when I found out in that little shot, the alcohol content in that little shot was the equivalent. One equaled about 7 beers. And they cut me off about 3 in, which was bad because I had about a 6-pack of beer in me before that. That was the drunkest, imagine that. Being drunk in a foreign land when you don't speak the language to begin with.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my goodness. I was doing very good at trying to speak Spanish drunk, and that's probably the closest I've ever come to actually being able to speak Spanish. But all right, enough story time. How about we get back to you?
All right.
So, what would you like people to know about you when it comes to just you and your music?
I don't know, man. We
just try to
real people,
just be real people, real music, and real genres that kind of clash a little bit together. But
because everybody in the band has different backgrounds, so
it's kind of a mix of things.
So, y'all have different backgrounds. Everybody in the band. So tell us a little bit about that. Where does everybody come from? I listen to everything. I go from, listening to rock to Tom Petty to, to Charlie Daniels to, Alan Jackson. All of these, my background, I guess, comes from just, everything. And I kind of find, if I don't play the style and when I'm playing it, it somehow jumps out at some point, what I learned. But it's I guess, I don't know. I just, after I'm thinking about it, after so many genres that I listen to, it's it comes out and I kind of make my own thing with it. Mm-hmm. Hopefully it comes out that way, We're just so you can kind of tell the influence, but not
tell the influence.
Yeah.
And I guess that's it's hopefully what I'm getting out, anyways. My own way of doing it. I guess I'm not stealing. I steal. I mean, every musician.
Right.
But do something with it and not just try to copy it, but kind of make your own sound.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I think that's one of the great things, especially a talent you guys have as songwriters, is that you do have those influences and how you're able to take those and not necessarily steal, but but be able to, I guess, manipulate those into the kind of style that you want. And to be able to tell the story that you want. Am I far off on that?
No, because that's dead on. Because when you listen to our record, when we release, it's across the map too. Because Whiskey Bay and then you got outlaw country, where it's more southern rock. Mm-hmm. You got it kind of fluctuates a little bit, which is cool because we all can do it well, in that way.
And it helps. I think it helps too to gain fans whenever you can do that. When you're that versatile, you pull somebody in that may not otherwise be listening to your music, and then they hear one good song that they like, they're going to start listening to all of your music. So it's really neat whenever you see musicians and artists that can be that versatile and add their influences into their own music and make it their own.
Yeah, because I've often said, and I told the story, when I was a kid, I was so anti-country. I revolted against it because, of course, I was raised on, Conway Twitty, Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton, all George Jones,
all the greats,
and I just to me, I had that typical, I guess, stereotypical attitude about country music. Wind it backwards and I'll get my dog, my truck, and everything back. Yeah. I didn't want anything to do with it. And, I was a DJ when I was in high school, so I was playing all the top 40 stuff, hip-hop, and things like that. And then, as you grow older, you find all of a sudden things will come out to kind of I guess, steer you in a different direction. And as I tell everybody, and as odd as it sounds, what drew me into country music was the first time I ever heard Garth Brooks. And because it wasn't that old traditional country that you were used to. You know, older people, my parents absolutely hated it. But it drew me back in to once I started listening to that. Then I'm all of a sudden, I'm discovering, you know, Alan Jackson, you know, because to me, they're night and day, you know. But then you grow that appreciation with that. Next thing you know, you start gravitating back to that stuff that you were raised on. And it's like, you know, I love Conway Twitty, George Jones. I love those classics now. And I will, you know, she'll tell you, when I listen to terrestrial radio, I'm listening to a classic country station. But, you know, it was that new stuff that was different that brought me back in. And then you hear those bits and pieces, and then you develop that appreciation for the old stuff, I think. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's kind of like my story on it.
When you can find one band that has the versatility of all of that.
To do it all.
It's just amazing. So you guys, we are seriously enjoying this tonight.
That's all right. And, of course, I'm pretty sure everybody's out there going, I wish he would just shut the hell up and let them play some more music. So how about we just do that, right?
What's the, you don't do Every Time We Rock and Roll?
Yeah.
Give him a slower tune.
Every time my guitar goes out of tune.
I got a tuner here if you want to borrow it. You don't need a tuner. He can hear it.
Well, maybe I do.
So this song here is it's kind of ambiguous. This is another song I co-wrote with Mike Cool, and he got him a brand new Taylor guitar. He was so proud of this guitar, and he ended up coming up with a lyric about the guitar, but we wrote the song where it could be ambiguous. It's called Every Time We Rock and Roll, so it could be about a love that you have, like a person love, but it's really about the love for his new guitar.
Nothing wrong with that.
Called Every Time We Rock and Roll.
Let's see.
Yes, I sure do love you, even though there's strings attached. I will always be true. I will always have your back, and I know you're the only one who'll stay right there beside me till my dying day. You sing my song, and I am so proud to hold you in my arms and love you out loud. My voice when I'm speechless, it somehow reaches my heart and soul. Every time we rock and roll. I will massage your neck with a magician's hands, making dreams come alive. You must understand, love is like music in so many ways. With a note or promise, you color my days. You sing my song, and I am so proud to hold you in my arms and love you out loud. A voice when I'm speechless, it somehow reaches my heart and soul. Every time we rock and roll. that has been able to strike a chord with me in a way that feels almost divine. The rhythm behind my every rhyme. You sing my song, and I am so proud to hold you in my arms and love you out loud. My voice when I'm speechless, it somehow reaches my heart and soul every time we rock and roll. Every time we rock and roll. Every time we rock and roll.
I love it.
That's a cool song. It's a cool play on words, too.
Yeah, I love those kind of songs where, you know, you're listening to the song when you don't know any background to it and you're listening to it and you're really getting into it and, you know, you're traveling down this road and all of a sudden, you know, all of a sudden that hook comes at you like, whoa! Where did that come from? You know, the whole time it was like not going down the road I thought it was going. Right. So I love those kind of songs. Me too. So, you said it was just about the guitar. Your friend got us a brand new guitar.
Yeah, he got a brand new guitar. So that's kind of where it started from. But we wanted to write it where it could be about love, you know, more where more people could relate to it, you know, other than musicians.
Well, and that's the one thing I admire so much about the ability that you guys have as songwriters is that you have that creativity to be able to do that. Because you think outside the box, and sometimes that's my disadvantage in life is I cannot think outside the box for nothing.
Well, the thing is, every idea and every song has been written already, and as songwriters, our job is to just try to twist it a little different, make it a little bit different where it's on their own. But all the ideas, all the same chords and stuff, everything's been done. So you just gotta try to put your play on it, I guess.
That's what always amazes me because I always think, man, how can they come up with anything new? And you guys always do. I don't know how, but
yeah, I've always listened. You hear, well, this person stole this. I wrote this, and they stole this, or you hear that. I wrote that right there, and I'm like, there are only so many chords in music. Yeah. At some point in time, somebody's going to redo it.
They're going to overlap, yeah.
I mean, I've never got it, but and again, you guys still have that ability to, even though there may be something familiar in there with it, the way you incorporate your thoughts and the different combinations, you make it sound like something new, like if we've never heard before, which is, I think, is just very, very cool.
That's the goal.
That is the goal.
Well, you're doing it very well, let me tell you.
And it was really neat to see you. You were down. I don't think we got to meet you down in Panama City, right? At Panama City Beach. Yeah. That was the first time that we had gotten to see JD. Was down there, so it was really, really neat. And you play with several artists. Drop Dead Dangerous, you played with down there, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was really, really cool to see him up on stage that during that whole thing. And you had some solo stuff up on the at the
bars.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was really neat. And from that moment forward, we've been super excited. We were running backstage, and kind of Golden Girl was with me, so we were networking. And we just kind of ran up to him and was like, "Hey, gotta ask you some questions." So yeah, we really do appreciate you coming tonight.
We're glad to be here.
And I'm glad we didn't scare you away.
No, I got excited when you told me that y'all were out of Chattanooga, because I thought you were going to tell me you were down there somewhere or something.
Oh, no.
That would have been a drive.
Well, you'd be surprised. I think we're doing a spotlight next week.
Yes, Greasy Joe is going to be here next week.
Yeah, and he's coming to us from Fort Worth, Texas. So, I was expecting when we talked to him about being probably going to do it, because we do some video interviews if the artist is too far away, can't get in here, and you're like, "No, I'll be there." I'm like, okay,
yeah,
sounds good to us.
Yeah, we like having y'all coming in, because first of all, we get to spend a lot more time with you, and our listeners get to know you a little bit better, because there's something about just sitting around the table in the studio, just kind of shooting the stuff.
Shooting the shit, say it.
I was trying to be nice.
We're on internet radio. We're all right.
I was a little worried about that myself.
We can say the little words.
we can say the little bad words, not the big bad words.
But yeah, so there's something about doing that makes it really cool. Where when you're on video, it's really interesting, and we do have some videos coming up, but first of all, it's not as long, but it seems a little more formal for some reason. So we enjoy whenever the artists can come in and hang out with us.
Yeah, I mean,
and we can show off Danny's palace.
Yes, and of course, it's cool sitting in the studio, and of course, we don't lie. We grab an adult beverage,
That's right.
and listen to some great music. But the only thing that would make it better, instead of sitting in a radio here in the studio, that we'd be sitting around a campfire.
Oh yeah.
To me, that would be the perfect ambiance right there. So because those campfire sessions, there's something about those kind of, sitting around and just drinking some beer, because motivation comes from that as well. I
agree.
So,
uh-oh, the boss is here.
Oh no, we're in trouble. The boss is in the building.
No boss. I guess get over here.
Hey, Tiki Man. Let me get you mic'd up there.
Hey, look, I brought the black book.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I'm so impressed.
They make fun of me because I forget everything. Everything.
I just wanted to jump in here and say, it's such a pleasure having you guys here. I've been a big fan of JD's for a long time. It's nice to have you here. I remember, we usually hook up. It's like a family reunion down in Key West, when we all go down there. And I don't know what's going to happen with Me and the Minds. I mean, the showcase is going to continue being down in Key West because we're always going down there. It's like a migration every year. And every time we see each other, we're both working.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have you in my home and have you in the studio, and it's just a real pleasure for me to have you guys here.
Well, thank you, sir. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
Place here, man.
Well, I remember when Mike, we used to do the showcase at the Tiki House for 3 years, which was fantastic. It was like inviting everybody in Key West over to my house at the Tiki House, and. He was telling me, that the band was going to go in different directions, and we had a long interview and a long conversation about it. And we talked afterwards and all that stuff. And I remember thinking about, the whole band itself was such talented people, and at some point in time or another, you want to go in different directions and do different things. And I thought it was a great thing. Yeah. Southern Drawl Band is always been fantastic and all that stuff. But Mike wants to go and do different things, and you guys want to do different things. And I thought, man, this is such a way to, for all of you to kind of go in your direction and find what you really want to do.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the way the whole thing ended, I think, was perfect. Like, we're still all on good terms.
Absolutely.
We're good friends still. So, there's no negativity toward anything. And I know a lot of times when bands break up, that's not the case.
That is true.
And as we know, like a family, we're, we call it Coastal Americana, but it's a traveling family everywhere we go. We may be in Panama City, we may be in Jamaica, we may be in Key West, wherever we may be. But you guys are, you come together and you play together. But you're also able to spotlight your talent and go off and do your thing and grow as an artist, because as you go along and do things, you want to do things differently.
Right.
And I think it's really cool how it all really happened. I really do. So it's such a pleasure having you guys here, and I hope you can make it down for the summer party, July the 9th. And
July the 9th.
We'll talk about Key West, because we got a couple spots left for the showcase down there. So
there you go.
Yeah, we'd love to have you guys down there. It'd be cool.
Yes,
It'd be great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I like the fact that you came in to be able to give a little more perspective, because, you've known him a lot longer, because for us, we're kind of like the new fan because, we just recently discovered you.
Oh.
So it's kind of nice to have that person who's followed your career for a long time to be able to give that perspective. So thank you for letting us in on that.
Well, the Southern Draw Band is like a real rock and roll band, right?
Yeah.
And they had some tragedy that happened, and the members changed and this and that. And it was like, we'll look back on that 10 years from now and see the history about what really happened with the Southern Draw Band. And it'll be on Netflix, okay? When we're actually all making some money out of all this, But
It seemed like tragedy became a blessing.
Yes.
All these superstars emerged.
It was a very serious deal when it all happened, but music brings people together like nothing else. And JD has always been a country guy.
Yeah.
Southern Draw Band is really a country rock band, right? But they could change it up when they went to Key West, and they could do this and they would do that. There was very often, where they'd have a beach CD and the Southern Draw Band. But the Southern Draw Band was like Charlie Daniels Band CD. It really was.
Yes.
The actual CD was along that line.
It really was. And, it's Drop Dead Dangerous. I've never considered them as trop rock or anything.
No, they're
like that.
country. They're a
Kitty,
country
they're
duo.
country.
If you follow Kitty's career all the way back, she's a country girl, and man, she can sing. But the world that we're all swimming around, they embrace it all. Good music, and it's a family, and that's what this whole career, everything that I built, has been built around that whole premises of bringing people together because of music. So it's such a pleasure having you guys here. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Danny. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for letting
Thank you for everything you do for the artists and the songwriters and for music.
Well, I was hearing those guys, and I'm so I'm so proud of these guys for having you guys here. But what he said earlier and what they were talking about, buying the music directly from you guys, that's important.
It is.
And we always tell people that you're going to pay more for it, and that's okay because you might get it signed, you might get a sticker, whatever. But if you really love you guys, that's how they support you,
Right.
Because the streaming thing, we can go down that whole rabbit hole all we want to.
Right.
But if they really love what you're doing, they'll say, hey, we'd love to have you do a house concert. We'd love you to do this and do that, all that kind of stuff. That is what means more. And when we have house concerts here, you can actually tell the stories about driving to Louisiana and telling the story behind the song,
Yeah.
And for everybody that's out there listening, there's a difference between a house party
And a house concert.
Yes,
That's
there
right.
is.
So if you're ever invited to a house concert, you're there to listen to the artist and the stories behind it. So you need to shut the hell up.
Right.
Yeah.
And, pay at the door and support the artist, and that's what it's all about, because you're going to learn something you didn't know.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's very important. So
Awesome.
yeah.
And of course, that's kind of what we shot out when we thought about doing these artist spotlight, was just like we're doing. Have you guys come in, sit down, and be able to tell us about yourself, tell us about your music, give us those stories.
Yeah.
And because to me, that's what ties, that whole, the experience of the song all up with a nice little bow, because all what went behind it, what motivated it.
Right.
And, that's what I think is cool, and that the fact that we're able, and he gives us the opportunity that we can sit here and just chat and learn about great music. So
one of the things that's special for me is that a lot of artists, we don't do any Facebook pictures, we don't tell people that they're there, and they don't announce that they're here. They just come through here and write. They just come in the studio and write, or they go out on the stage or at the tiki bar. There's been a lot of songs written out there, which makes me feel proud that people feel comfortable when they're here, because that's what it's really all about. We want you guys to have a place to come to, and we'll get together and get a house concert going for you guys here at some point in time or another, because we got stages
Yeah, we can
everywhere.
definitely do that.
So yeah, we'd love to have you.
I think I'm going to write a new song called The Great Costanza. I had to get that one in for that guy.
I know that guy in Paradise. Yeah,
Yes, that guy in Paradise. I had to get that one in there.
We're trying to talk JD into writing a song about where the boots meet the beach.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, there you go.
I think that's the perfect tie-in for him.
Yeah, we could do it.
Well, you know, writing songs in Nashville is not easy.
No.
And,
No.
No,
you
not
know,
at all.
And you know, following JD as long as I have, he's a very personable writer. He has a way about him that he has an idea of the direction of the music that he wants to go in his life, right? And I've always been a big fan of you, and I love the fact that you surrounded yourself around people that have the same vision, because that seems to me where you're at is a vision of, you know, Southern Drawl Band, and you know, listen, when he's down in Panama City and they're tearing the stage up at Panama City, it's a party,
Yeah.
right? But he's always thinking about that next song, and to have, you know, songwriters and people around him that understand that vision is very important to a songwriter.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
All right. So, I'm very sure everybody's like, are they ever going to shut up so they can play some more
I
music?
know, right? I'll get the hell out of here.
So,
Oh, you can stay and listen. You can stay and listen.
No, I'm watching out at the tiki bar. I'm fine.
He's got his seat out at the tiki bar.
of course he does. You want to play some more?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
What do you think about Hear Thunder? Don't touch that black market, son. That's what my daddy would preach. Now his words are long gone, and redemption's out of reach. Light at the end of the tunnel ain't what I thought it would be. Well, I should have listened to my daddy, what everyone tried to tell me. I hear the thunder, I feel the ground shake. I'm lying here because I made a big mistake. Well, I'm here in the darkness, but I see the stain rising as I wish this was just a bad dream. I'm about to be free from a dark cloud I've been under. Oh, there ain't no rain, but I hear thunder. Dirty deals are often underhanded. You can't trust no one in the game. Now I'm gonna die a lonely captive, 'cause no one knows my real name. And I should have never touched that white lightning I tried to sell. Now I might not be all aboard, but I got a first class ticket straight to hell. I hear the thunder, I feel the ground shake. I'm lying here because I made a big mistake. Well, I'm here in the darkness, but I see the steam rising as I wish this was just a bad dream. I'm about to be free from a dark cloud I've been under. Oh, there ain't no rain, but I hear the thunder. And if I could take it all back, I would have never done what I've done to get tied to these tracks. I hear the thunder, I feel the ground shake. I'm lying here because I made a big mistake. Well, I'm here in the darkness, but I see the steam rising as I wish this was just a bad dream. I'm about to be free from a dark cloud I've been under. Well, there ain't no rain, but I hear the thunder.
That's awesome. All right. So, what do you got coming up as far as gigs? You want to tell everybody where you're going to be at? If they're around the area, they can come see you.
Yeah, so this weekend we're playing. So it's getting hot and it's summertime, so we're playing a lot of lakes here in the near future, marinas and stuff like that. So we're gonna be at Bubba Brews on Norris Lake this Thursday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yes, tomorrow.
Okay.
And then we're going to be at Sequoia Landing, which is another marina out toward the Knoxville area. Mm-hmm. And then on Saturday, we're playing a place called The Shop in Kingston. And it's like an old motorcycle shop, but this guy decided he wanted to just make a bar there. And it's still a motorcycle shop, too, so it's a bar and a shop. So.
Oh, how cool is that?
It's a really cool place, actually.
Well, you definitely, like you said, you got to reach out to Brian Burns of the Sail and Song Promotions. Right now, he's got Lake Fest going on all over the place, going from Ohio clear to Florida. Definitely, I think you guys would fit right in right with that.
I can.
Well,
we'll play anywhere we can. You know?
Rachel, we call her Giraffe, my oldest daughter, said, "Thanks for singing Little Grace into sleep. This mama really appreciates it."
Awesome.
So you got the baby to sleep.
Is
She's
that
a happy
good thing
mama.
or a bad thing?
No, it's a good thing.
Okay, all right. I was going to say, that could be an insult.
No, if you've met Grayson, it's a compliment if you get him to go to sleep.
If you can relax him, you're good to go.
That's good.
Any other comments out there? Questions?
Callie McCool said he loved that last song. It was very, very nice. Awesome. I had to step out for a second, so I was listening to it on the TVs out there.
Sounded just right.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, the sound is great tonight.
Awesome. Anything else over there?
No. Well, they're all talking amongst themselves.
Well, of course they are.
You know, I can't. I love it. That's one of my favorite things. Whenever we
love
do
it
our
when you guys
YouTube.
talk amongst yourselves, but talk to us, please.
No, but if y'all do have any questions for JD or Josh, please chime in and ask away, and we will relay the questions so you can get your answers.
That's right, because time's running out. So
I know.
Speak now, forever hold your peace, kind of deal.
Well, you have definitely made a fan out of the ambassador. So
awesome.
Yeah, I see a house concert coming up in the future.
Oh, we're in the Memphis area. They're over there in Bartlett, Tennessee. So
yeah.
Nice.
Now, are they? I feel like that's about halfway between here, or Nashville is about halfway from here to Memphis. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
So
Bartlett, I believe, is kind of a suburb of the Memphis area.
Yeah. But I don't know which side of Memphis it's on.
I won't claim to know the Memphis area very well because I don't.
No, me either.
Farthest over that way I've been is Jackson.
Right? We had a daughter who went to school in Jackson. She has since transferred back here, but she was in Jackson for a year and a half. Yeah, so that's as far over as we've been.
So went over there far enough to discover the lovely little place of Bucksnort, Tennessee.
Yes, and every time we say that, I just heard it in my head because hippie chick will yell, "My people are there."
Have you ever been there?
I don't think I've been to
There's an old gas station there.
That's all.
And an old motel that I don't even think's in business anymore.
I don't think so.
But there's literally, that's all it is. It's like a little gas station, and it's like population of 2.
Yeah.
One of them gas station post office, city hall.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but funny enough, you can go in that gas station and you can buy yourself a T-shirt that says Bucksnort, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that there is a country song. It's just waiting to be written.
I definitely need to visit there and get some inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
It's right off Route 40.
Yeah, there's some really cool stories online about Bucksnort, too. But so you've got a request now to come to Columbus, Ohio.
All right.
And Maryland.
All right.
And Patty Campbell said Bucksnort sounds like her hometown.
Well, evidently, the hippie chick has peoples there.
Yes. So apparently there's more than 2 people in Bucksnort, but we've never seen more than 2. And I'm sure you've run into Tim Campbell down in Key West. He was everywhere year before last, and last year he was at a ton of places. So that's the Patty Campbell that we're talking about. We always say that Patty is more famous than Tim. She is amazing. And then, of course, Darby Ledbetter is from Texas, but he's been doing some stuff in the pop rock world. Him and Tim have
been writing together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they've had a few hit songs. Patti Smith, We Are Far Away. But yeah, so those are 2 amazing guys. If you ever run into them in the trop rock world, they're fantastic. And Darby is actually Nashville singer-songwriter from back in the day. So he's he's Army
a big
vet. He's a big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah.
So we love Darby.
Darby and Tim are well, and their wives, of course. They're more famous, but Darby and Tim are just amazing people. Yeah. Patty and Kathy are great too. So, and I think we're trying to get them to come to the summer party too. They were here last year, but
that way you guys get to meet.
Yeah,
be able to get over here for that. So.
Yeah, so we got to do some more sucking up to them. They came last year and it was a blast. So
yeah, well, our time is starting to slowly wind down.
I know,
but I'm not going to let you get out of here unless you play another song with a fiddle in it because I just love that,
I know. Oh, and Giraffe said she happens to know a few people in Columbus if y'all really want to go up there.
Yeah,
so.
She'll find you some
travel anywhere.
She'll find you some gigs.
Listen, I could hook. We one of the guys that we've had in here is Slayton Dooley. He's a banjo player, guitar player, plays just about anything like y'all. So I could hook y'all up, and you could just do he Ohio together.
Yeah, well, and he also plays with Zach Chastain and as part of Cosmic Strangers, so he kind of does the solo thing as well as doing with the band thing, and hell of a banjo player, Slayton Dooley is.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
that'd be fun.
Another one of the instruments you don't hear.
No, you don't.
Banjo.
Yeah, banjo and fiddle. That's a perfect pairing to me.
Well, that's one thing we can say that we did bring to the Tiki Bar. We have brought now the fiddle and the banjo.
That's right.
To the Tiki Bar.
Country music rules.
All right, what are you guys gonna play for us?
All right, you want to do the Waylon Jennings and the Orange Blossom thing? Just ended it with the Orange Blossom.
Oh,
So like
I'll see.
Good-hearted woman.
Yeah. I can pull it off.
Hey, Buddha.
All right, let's do it. A long time forgotten and dreams that have fell by the way. Good life it promised ain't what she's living today. But she never complains, bad times, bad things she's done. Thinks about the good times they've had, all the good times come. Yes, she's a good-hearted woman in love with a good time and man. Well, she loves me in spite of my wicked ways. She don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, we'll pass through this world hand in hand, Lord. Good-hearted woman, loving a good time and man. He likes likes the bright lights, night life and good time and friends. When the party's all over, she'll welcome him back home again. Lord knows she don't understand him, but she does the best that she can. She's a good-hearted woman, loving a good timing man. Well, she's a good-hearted woman in love with a good timing man. Well, she loves me in spite of my wicked ways. She don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, we'll pass through this world hand in hand. She's a good-hearted woman, loving a good timing man. Well, she's a good-hearted woman, loving a good timing man. Pick it up.
I'm in heaven.
I know.
I was over here playing the imaginary spoons.
I know. I let everybody in the world see you do it too.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody.
I don't always warn her when I put the camera on her. So.
Yeah. Everybody said how amazing it is. Patty Smith said she can't help but be happy listening to that. Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to, again, thank you so much for, traveling all the way down here to come in and spend time with us and play your music and let us get to know you even more. And I tell you what,
poor Josh was in the car for 7 hours getting here.
Oh, man.
It's worth it, though.
Oh, well, thanks. We hope it was worth it.
Yeah. So you want to tell everybody again where they can find your music?
So our music is on, we have hard copies that you can buy off of, I think it's rebelrailroadmusic.com is our website. We also, if you want to get in touch with us about shows or house concerts, you can either message us on Messenger on Facebook or Instagram. We also have an email. It's rebelrailroadband@gmail.com. And you can find our music on Spotify, iTunes, all those streaming services as well.
Very nice. And of course, the hippie chick.
The hippie chick is joining us.
She heard Buck snort, and here she is.
I didn't know you lived in
Hold on here. Let me get your mic there.
I have people over in Bucksnort, Waverly, McEwen, all those places over there. So I'm very familiar with the area.
I was talking about you whenever we started talking about Bucksnort. I said, I can just hear hippie chick. My people are there.
I did say that. I said my people live there. We were out there just dancing. I wanted to get up and do some buck dancing, but, I was like, ooh, maybe I'll embarrass myself. No, I'm just kidding. I always
We could do some
myself.
clogging.
That's what I meant, buck dancing.
Buck dancing is clogging?
Buck dancing is a form of flogging.
Really?
Form of it, yeah.
Oh, that's the fancy stuff that you do.
That's that stuff I do,
Oh,
kicking
yeah.
my legs and
No, I
stuff.
can't do all that.
Came straight off the bat right there.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
hillbilly.
Yeah. Nope.
I'm a huge fan. Thank you so much for coming, you guys. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
I mean, been a fan for years, but thank you for coming.
I think after tonight, we're going to have to talk to Tiki Man. I think he's done with the Tiki Bar additions. We now have to knock all the trees out back, put in a daggone barn so we can have some barn dancing.
Yeah.
We do need a barn. I want some chickens out there.
And I can hear Danny, hell no!
Exactly. That's what he's saying.
We
right
ain't
now.
having no damn chickens.
That's what he's saying. I want some chickens.
Hey, Patty Smith says hello.
Hey, Patty, with an I.
Oh, my God. I got to quit that yelling. My throat is not well enough to be
I
yelling
know.
anymore.
Do you think everyone wants to know if we can get one more song?
We can if I can get a quick bathroom break.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, while you do that, how about
We'll take care of business.
Yes, we got to take care of our sponsors while you do that. All right. So we're going to come back and we're going to get another song out of these guys, and then of course we're going to catch you up on the travelings that we got going.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, but first of all, let's take care of our sponsors. All right.
Yes, because they are the best.
That's right. Hey y'all, this is B-Dawg
And Lou.
from Tropical Country, B-Dawg and Lou, here to tell you about our sponsor, JBL Legends Travel.
JBL Legends Travel is your full-service travel agent. They specialize in cruises, all-inclusive resort vacations, destination weddings, and romantic getaways. They're dedicated to offering you the best prices and advice, all while maintaining an emphasis on customer service.
So don't hesitate to contact them so they can start planning your next travel adventure. You can contact them at 732-831-5200 or check them out online at jbltravelgroup.net.
Mom needs rest. We need a vacation. Daddy's stressed.
Hey y'all, this is B-Dawg
And Lou.
from Tropical Country, right here on Tiki Man Radio. Next time you take a trip down to Key West and you want to get out on the water, we want you to check out our sponsor, Goaltending Services. Goaltending Services is the premier charter service in Key West. They offer a wide range of amenities. Goaltending Services is also a veteran-owned company, and they take care of their veterans and active duty personnel by offering a 25% discount with your veteran or military ID. For more about Goaltending Services, give them a call at 305-916-0990.
Or look them up online at goaltendingservices.com.
Off the coast on a boat. Drop a rock on the radio.
Hi, I'm Leah.
And I'm Steve, and we host a podcast called Remnant Stew. We release episodes every other Monday that feature bizarre and intriguing true stories and trivia.
Lots of trivia. So if you have an appetite for the strange and curious,
And who doesn't?
then tune in to Remnant Stew. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any of your favorite podcast platforms.
And always remember to be kind and always stay curious.
All right, we took care of our sponsors there. Let me get the cameras back up because, of course, you have to take care of the sponsors. So, because I tell you what, we have some of the best sponsors around with here at Tiki Man Radio. So, and I know Lou had mentioned that the Beach Buddha was chiming in a little earlier, and of course, we can't mention the Beach Buddha without mentioning Beach Buddha Coffee. It's the best roast, coast to coast. Take a trip with every sip. Beach Buddha Coffee, the official coffee of Tiki Man Radio. And if you want to learn more, go over to tikimanradio.com and click on that coffee tab. All right. We promised you more music. We're going to give you more music. How about that? Let me make sure I got your mics on there.
All right.
All right.
So this song here we're going to do for you was inspired by parrot heads in the trap rock community. When I was playing with Southern Draw, started drinking a lot more rum when we did parrot head events and things. So this song was kind of inspired by that, and you guys, it is called Living My Life on the Rum.
Nice.
Go to the bar, and they all know me. What I want to drink, and that I'll be there all night long, trying to get me some, living my life on the rum. A modern day pirate, bottle on my gun, learn how to sail when I turn 21. What can I say? I'm just a beach bum, living my life on the rum. The captain and I, we go way back, stronger than beer, tastes better than Jack. It's been a while riding, a whole lot of fun, living my life on the rum. A modern day pirate, bottle on my gun, learn how to sail when I turn 21. What can I say? I'm just a beach bum, living my life on the rum. Well, I had me a girl, but she hated the sea, so I knew right away that she wasn't for me. My heart had been broken, now beats like a drum, 'cause I'm living my life on the run. Modern day pirate, bite on my gun, learn how to sail when I turn 21. Now what can I say? I'm just a beach bum, living my life on the run. Now what can I say? I'm just a beach bum, living my life on the rum.
Like it.
That is the perfect Parrot Head song.
It fits in just well, and I think it wraps everything up with a nice little bow.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
Absolutely. Thank you for doing one more song for everybody.
Yes, yes. And again, thank you so much for taking your time to come here and spend it with us. And like I said, taking requests. And
It's good to get to know you guys a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So I feel like we got some new friends now. So now when we see each other, Key West, Panama City, you know, we can go up and hug each other's neck and go from there. And,
Listen, I already grabbed him outside. I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm a hugger.
Uh-oh.
We are too. So.
I know. They said they were too, so we were all good.
She's a hugger and a networker, a.k.a. stalker.
Well, I've been known to stalk a time or two.
That sounds like a song, too. She's a hugger and a stalker. See, I can come up with hook lines all day long. I just can't write them.
He's going to leave here with all kinds of ideas.
The hardest part of writing is coming up with an idea.
Well, I'll just send hooks out left and right, and you can write them all you want, all right?
Keep them coming.
He's a good He's a good one-liner.
That's about all I got. One line at a time. But yes, thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we're going to wrap up. We're going to play a song. We're going to play a song. Then we're going to come back and we're going to do a quick wrap up because, I promised everybody that we'd kind of update you a little bit on our travels.
Yes.
So we're going to do that because our travels kind of led us into what may be coming here in the future. So we're going to do that.
Okay.
And everything, and that way, and we also, because we want to make sure we gotta get you guys to sign that guitar, get some pictures and stuff with you before you leave, and so we don't want you to barrel out on us. So, there's a nice.
We're gonna hold you hostage for a little bit longer.
There's a nice bar for you to park yourself at, just to pass the time away. All right. So while we do that, how about I play a little song? I want to do a comparison.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do a little comparison.
Uh-oh.
All right. Here's a little Clay Walker for you.
It's been a dead-ass week at a dead-end job. Got balls on me like a snake on a frog. There's gotta be more than what I got on this big old piece of rock. I want a little umbrella and a patch of sand, coconut drink and a reggae band. Just might be the place where I get off. Yeah, I want a day in the life of a summertime song. Sail away with a Malibu rum. Sail on away, yeah. Let the scorching sun and the salt in the sea burn the skin right off of me. Come on, everybody, and sing along. It's a summertime song. I might pierce my ear and bleach my hair and get a tattoo on my derriere. Right now, I don't really care what anybody else might think. I'm gonna dance to every song I can so I can show off my new island tan while I wave my hand and raise my drink. 'Cause I want a day in the life of a summertime song. Sail away with a Malibu rum. Sail on away, yeah. Let the scorching sun and the salt in the sea burn the skin right off of me. Come on, everybody, and sing along. It's a summertime song. Yeah, I want a day in the life of a summertime song. Sail away with a Malibu rum. Sail on away, yeah. Let the scorching sun and the salt in the sea burn the skin right off of me. Come on, everybody, sing along. It's a summertime song.
Summertime song, Clay Walker. I'm telling you, JD has that little bit of
He
tone
does.
just like Clay Walker. So.
He does. Hey, we want to give a big shout out to the Conch Republic Band.
Yes.
They just chimed in and said,
Yes. And I know,
it was a great
I know
show.
we had a little bit of a hot mic error, so we were commenting about the Conch Republic Band. How,
Yeah.
the Tiki Man and I were temporary members of the band for one song, and there will probably never be a repeat.
Oh, but it was the best moment ever. The best moment ever.
So hello to everyone there with the Conch Republic Band.
They really were amazing down there in Panama City. That was the first
Yes.
time we had the chance to see them. They were so good. But yeah, they enjoyed y'all tonight. So thank you.
Yes. Well, we wanted to update everybody on our travels that we had over the weekend to tell everybody kind of what we were up to. We were posting pictures, and we gave a little bit of an explanation. You posted some pictures, and you kind of threw out some names, but you didn't label them as to.
Well, I was kind of doing it on the spot.
They didn't know who was who and what we were even doing. So you want to tell everybody about our travels this weekend?
Yeah. So we went to Dunlap, Tennessee for a songwriter festival, their first annual, and actually ran into some pretty amazing. They had some local singer-songwriters who were fantastic
from around the Dunlap, Tennessee, and the Chattanooga area. Yeah,
and the festival was put on by their Chamber of Commerce and things, and
the organizer was Cody McCarver, who was at one time a member of the Confederate Railroad. So
and he was
from
a member,
Dunlap down there,
and we actually did. I didn't even realize till we were there that he was a member of Confederate Railroad. I had heard his name from him doing radio shows throughout the years.
She just never put two and two together.
Yeah, it didn't click. So he helped organize the whole thing, and they're going to make it an annual event. And it was just really cool. They had Jimmy Wayne there. Steve Dean was there performing.
Steve Dean, if that name kind of rings a bell, because we're sitting there watching him perform, and like, he looks really familiar.
Yeah.
And then when they start talking about him, it's like, oh yeah, I think I've seen him receiving a couple CMA awards and stuff. Got written songs for George Strait and was it Tom? No, I wanted to say Thomas Rhett, but
nope. Hold on. I actually, because we were getting all of them kind of intertwined, because there was three that performed.
And I had it. I'll tell you, it was Steve Dean. The final crew that wrapped everything up on Saturday was Steve Dean, Bobby Tomberlin, and Mark Naramore.
Yes.
Which of course Bobby had written "One More Day" for
Diamond
Rio, and then like I said, Steve had written for George Strait. Here at Watching You with
Rodney.
Yes.
Rodney Atkins.
Yes.
And then, let me see. Mark Naramore has written a ton with, excuse me, Josh Turner.
Josh had, I think, he said 24 of his songs that he's written.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And then, of course,
and he wrote That's What I Love About Sunday.
Yes.
He wrote that song. So, I mean, there... and like I said, Jimmy Wayne was there. There was,
and I tell you, we met a cool guy. He just reminded me of Grizzly Adams. He is just a big burly guy with a voice that just take chills down your spine, and that would be Mr.
Jay Edwards.
Oh my!
Have you ever? Do you know him at all?
Oh my God, he's the closest person I can describe him to. He has that Chris Stapleton kind of voice.
He's got a Jamie Johnson look with a Chris Stapleton voice.
I mean, just a fantastic singer-songwriter.
And super nice guy.
Yes. And we say that to say that some of them people may be coming to do
Yeah, we talked to quite a few.
Yes. And also, I'm going to give a little hint. I'm going to play a clip of a song to lead into who else we got to meet that will lead into some music we're going to be hearing soon.
Okay.
Here's a familiar song that everybody may have remembered from back in the day. Sound familiar to you?
Oh, yeah.
That is shining on you. The nights are getting cold in Cherokee County.
Of course, that's David Frizzell and Shelley West. You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma. And we had the opportunity while we was there. We met their daughter, Tess, who is getting ready. She's doing music of her own and getting ready to release that. And she told us that she would come on the show and debut her new music with us. So that's one thing we're really, really excited about as well.
And they had some of the coolest stories about the way she grew up and the folks she got to meet. And
Well, when your grandma's Dottie
can't
West,
imagine.
your mom is Shelley West, and your dad's David Frizzell, you have stories.
Right? And I'm sure some that she can't
which of course
can't even tell.
Which of course, her and Bobby, they are a couple. So of course he said he's
coming with her.
He's going to come along. So at some point in time, hopefully in the very, very near future, we will be able to have Bobby Tomberlin and Tessa Frizzell in studio with us.
Yeah.
Which to me, she is country music royalty.
Right.
She's the daughter of that's growing up around legend, so she's royalty to me.
Right.
So it was a great honor getting to meet her. And we met. I hate it when I lose names.
Happens to me all the time.
Yeah. We talked about her at the beginning of the show. Boyd. And I remember the Boyd part because that's my mom's married name. How terrible is that? And I apologize because I know she's listening, which is horrible. She chimed in. See, you're supposed to be the one.
Well, I was trying to figure out where you were going with that.
You're supposed to keep me on track.
I'm so.
She's going to send us some music.
Listen, you got to be a little more specific.
She may not now because I can't remember her first name. That's horrible. Did I ever tell you that Alzheimer's runs in my family? Both. I kid you not. It runs on my mom's side and my dad's side. You know how they say it skips a generation? Well, skipping generations on both sides lands on me. I'm screwed.
I tell him all the time. I'm like, it's okay. I'll wipe your butt when you need it, baby. But yeah, it actually. Well, I probably shouldn't say that on the air. But yeah, she's got some really cool stories too.
Yes.
I'll just leave it at that.
So, that's what we're hoping that, we go to these songwriter festivals and we get to meet more people like you, that creative minds, and get them here in studio and just keep expanding, letting everybody hear good country music from different perspectives and just get a little variety out there. So. Yeah. So for sure, but that's definitely another festival you're going to want to check in. This year was the first year, but this next year they're going to do it again, which would be the Dalton. Dalton. I didn't say Dalton.
Okay.
I cannot get my.
Sorry, I was caught up in conversation.
I get
again.
Dalton and Dayton and Dunlap all mixed up. Dunlap, Tennessee. The next year they'll have another one, and like they said, they're trying to make Dunlap a little Gulf Shores. They're building a studio down there, and they're wanting to get all the songwriters in there. So I would definitely look up Cody McCarver or the Dunlap. Chamber of Commerce down there and get some more information on that if you're looking into something like that as well. So it's absolutely fantastic.
We can chat later.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, guess what?
It is that time.
It is that time.
I do want to tell everybody, and you probably were going to anyway, but we are excited to announce that we're going to be broadcasting live at Percy Priest Lake.
Yes.
Coming up in... Wait, I got to look at my black book because you know how I am. It is July 16th at Percy Priest Lake.
Absolutely.
Tiki Man Radio is going on the road, and he has been gracious enough to trust us to do that live broadcast. So,
what could possibly go wrong?
Right? So if y'all are in the Nashville area on that weekend, stop over, get your tickets for some amazing artists. They're going to have artists all day performing. And Tiki Man Radio is going to be live broadcasting with B-Dawg and Lou. Stop over and say hi.
Yeah, and of course, talking about Salem Songs promotion, we also got to mention Lake Fest at Put-in Bay, South Bass Island in Ohio, right on Lake Erie, June 9th through the 12th. Of course, the Put-in Bay, that whole area is the Key West of the North. And of course, you're going to have great acts. Johnny Rodriguez, John McDonald, Christine Jackson, Ray Boone, Jesse Rice, Johnny Rustler and the Beach Bums, Joe Downing, MFG Records, Dave Signs, Beth Travers, and of course, the Boat Drunks. Again, that's coming up June 9th through the 12th up there at... right on Put-in Bay, our old stomping ground. So you definitely don't want to miss that. If you're up in the Ohio area within driving distance, you will not be disappointed if you just go up there, hop on the ferry, go over there to Put-in Bay. You'll have a good time over there at Mr. Ed's and with all the great MFG Records and Salem Song Promotions there at Mr. Ed's for that. Yeah, and of course, stay tuned for more things coming from Salem Songs Promotions because they got a lot of things going on this summer. Brian Burns is, and
they're going to be everywhere.
And Dave Signs are a busy guy because I believe they're working together with that, and they are going to be busy. To kind of let you know what's going on later with Tiki Man Radio tomorrow night, Thursday night, 7 to 9 p.m. It's Island Vibes with Scotty Chill. And since he's moved to Thursday, Ruth the Truth has joined him. And of course, he always has a fantastic mix of music, everything from reggae to rock. You just never know what you're going to get with Scotty Chill. And of course, his show is brought to you by Castaway Sauce Company and Allen Maltz Gallery. And then Friday is the Friday kickoff with Jen Shen. And that starts at, I know they were talking about time change. I apologize if I hadn't, but 11 to 2. I believe they extended it an hour. So
cool.
And of course, that's brought to you by Collington Creek. They're on the Outer Banks, and she's got a new sponsor with the charity. And again, I thought I had it, and I lost it. Just like that. But of course, stay tuned for the Friday kickoff of Jen Shen. You'll find all about that great charity.
That's right.
So
it is a really cool.
It is a really cool charity. And of course, Saturdays. Saturdays is Jukebox Saturday mornings. All that shagging on the beach music, complete with all those retro commercials. And as the Tiki Man says, it starts when you get up, Buttercup, and that's immediately followed by High School Jukebox with DJ Esal coming to you from California. And then Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man on Sundays, 10 a.m. to 1. And of course, he always has great music, great guests. And of course, yes, we get a visit from Dad Guy. And then Tuesday, I think High School Jukebox is getting close to wrapping up, so this may be one of their last shows are on Surf's Up Tuesday nights from 7 to 9, so you definitely want to tune into that. That's also on Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com. And of course, we will be back here next Wednesday night with another artist spotlight. Greasy Joe Seaburger, coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas, to talk about that brand new album he dropped not long ago that we've been playing songs scattered out every once in a while. So we're going to have him in studio so he can play them live. So anything that you want to say to anybody before we go?
I just want to say everybody have a great week. And I want to thank you guys again for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You are welcome to come back anytime. If you're coming through town, give us a holler and we'll pull you in. And we might not make you sing as much, but I don't know. We were enjoying it a lot. Good. We love it.
Absolutely. And of course, we want to again thank our sponsors that allow us to do what we got to do. JBL Legends Travel, whenever you want to get on a vacation, before you plan that next getaway, contact JBL Legends Travel. And I should say it is not too late to book that Norwegian breakaway August 28th through September 4th. Fall in love with the Northeast Cruise. Remember, a portion of the proceeds goes to the Tunnels to Towers Foundation. Your ports of call, we're departing from New York City and going to Newport, Rhode Island, Portland, Maine, Bar Harbor, Maine, St. John Bay of Fundy, New Brunswick, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and back to New York City. 7 days, 6 ports, one amazing vacation. Contact JBL Legends Travel, 732-831-5200. And of course, Goaltending Services, the premier charter service down in Key West. 5-star Google reviews, I should add. When you want to go down to Key West, it's nothing wrong getting down to Duval and hopping the bars, but the trip isn't complete until you hit a sandbar. And you can't do that without goaltending services. GTS Charters. Give them a call at 305-916-0990. And Remnant Stew Podcast. Remnant Stew is your home for everything strange and bizarre. They are available wherever you listen to podcasts. And as they say, stay friendly, stay curious, and oh my gosh, why can't I say that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm messing everything up tonight. It's the cold medicine, I swear. Be kind and always stay curious. Good morning. I think it's about time that we just need to call it a night. Get out of here. So we will see you next week. And I'm going to put over here so everybody can say up there in the corner, can wave goodbye. We will see you next week. It's time for our last song, last call, Mr. Bob Shealy.
Have a great week, everybody.
See you next week, guys.
I know it's been a lot of fun, but the set list is all done. The night was very loud and you've been a good crowd, but you know it's time to run. You've all been very kind, thank you for your time. You put me to the test as I try to address all of your requests for the night. As we look to the moon and the manager's protocol. Well, I don't ever want to end, but for now, my friends, last song, last call. A spirit with this clientele, and the drinks are flowing well. A beer sent from the bar and a healthy tip jar. And some tunes that I can sell. It's been a cool room, but it's ending too soon. And they remember to tip the bartender as they surrender to the tab. And they lip sync to the lyrics that they used to recall. Anytime I gotta say those words, oh no, last song, last call. Some came as ones and left by twos. Some still are dancing in their shoes. I break down the gear as we wind it up here. After the last song that I choose, it's the last ride near closing time. The final round poured as I strung the last chords, and the guitar returns to the case. Needless to say, it was a pleasure to play for you all. Here's to toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call. Here's a toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call.